Hi, everyone, and welcome back to the English Hustle Podcast. I'm Alex.
And I'm Maria. We're so glad you're here with us today, whether you're a long-time listener or just starting your English learning journey.
On this podcast, we help you improve your English while staying inspired and motivated. And today, we have an exciting topic for you.
Yes, we're talking about the benefits of learning a new language. Have you ever wondered how learning English, or any language, can make your life better?
Well, here's the answer. Learning a new language can improve your brain power, help you connect with people from all over the world, and open up incredible opportunities for work, travel, and personal growth.
Here's what we have planned for today's episode. First, we'll introduce some useful vocabulary to help you follow along. Then we'll dive into the main conversation about why learning a language is so powerful.
We'll also share a fun short story, some surprising fun facts about languages, and a practical dialogue you can use in real life.
And don't forget about the practice section at the end. That's where we'll help you review key phrases and practice speaking together.
So, stick with us. By the end of this episode, you'll feel even more motivated to keep learning English, and you'll have some new tools to help you.
All right, let's get started. Alex, let me ask you, what's one benefit you've experienced from learning a new language?
Great question, Maria. For me, learning Spanish has helped me make friends when I travel. It feels amazing to communicate with people in their own language.
That's a great example. And for me, learning English opened up so many career opportunities. It's amazing how much a new language can change your life.
Absolutely. And that's what we're here to talk about today. So, let's dive in. All right? Now it's time for our vocabulary section. We'll introduce some important words and phrases that will help you follow today's episode.
Yes, and these are words you can use when talking about the benefits of learning a language. Let's start with our first word, bilingual.
Bilingual means a person who can speak two languages fluently. For example, Maria is bilingual because she speaks both English and Spanish. Maria, can you use it in a sentence?
Sure. Being bilingual helps you communicate with more people. So, if you speak English and your native language, you are bilingual.
Great. Our second word is opportunity. Opportunity means a chance to do something good or important. For example, learning English gives you more opportunities to travel or work abroad.
Exactly. Here's another example. If you practice speaking every day, you'll have the opportunity to improve faster.
Let's move on to the third word, communication. Communication means sharing information, ideas, or feelings with other people. For instance, speaking English improves your communication with people around the world.
Yes, and another example. Good communication skills are important in any job.
Next up, we have culture. Culture refers to the ideas, customs, and traditions of a group of people. For example, when you learn a new language, you also learn about the culture.
Right. Another example. Traveling helps you understand different cultures better.
And the last word is advantage. Advantage means something that gives you a better chance of success. For example, knowing English is a big advantage when applying for international jobs.
Here's another one. Being bilingual gives you an advantage in communicating with more people.
Now, let's talk about some useful phrases. The first one is open doors. This means to create new opportunities. For example, Learning a new language can open doors to better jobs.
Exactly. Here's another one. Speaking English opened many doors for me in my career.
The second phrase is broaden your horizons. This means to expand your knowledge or experiences. For example, learning about other cultures can broaden your horizons.
Here's another one. Traveling and learning languages broaden your horizons and teach you new ways of thinking.
The last phrase is break language barriers. This means to overcome communication problems caused by speaking different languages. For example, knowing English helps break language barriers when traveling.
Another example. Learning a common language can break language barriers between different communities.
All right, now let's quickly review these words and phrases. Maria, can you list them for us again?
Of course, the words are bilingual: opportunity, communication, culture, and advantage. And the phrases are open doors: broaden your horizons and break language barriers.
Great. Listeners, try to write down these words and think of your own examples. We'll use some of them later in the episode.
Yes, and remember, the more you use these words, the easier they'll become. Let's move on to our main conversation.
All right, everyone. Welcome to the main conversation section. Today, we're diving deep into the benefits of learning a new language. Maria, let's start with a question. What has learning English done for you?
Oh, so many things, Alex. When I learned English, it opened up my world. One of my favorite things is that I can now watch movies without subtitles.
That's a great example, Maria. For me, learning Spanish helped me connect with people when I traveled to Mexico. I made friends and had conversations that I wouldn't have been able to have otherwise.
That's amazing. And it's one of the best parts of learning a new language. It connects you to people and experiences. But let's break it down for our listeners. What are the biggest benefits of learning a language?
Good idea. Let's start with this. Improved cognitive skills. Did you know that studies show learning a new language can make your brain sharper?
That's right. Learning a language is like a workout for your brain. It improves memory, problem-solving skills, and even your ability to multitask.
Exactly. Think of it like this. When you're learning a language, you're training your brain to think in new ways. It's like upgrading your mental software.
That's a great way to put it. All right. The next big benefit: cultural understanding. When you learn a new language, you don't just learn words. You learn about people's customs, traditions, and ways of life.
Yes. For example, when I learned Spanish, I also learned about the culture of Latin America, things like food, music, and how people celebrate holidays.
And understanding culture can make you more open-minded. It's like seeing the world through someone else's eyes.
Exactly. Now, let's talk about a benefit that many people are interested in: career opportunities.
This one's huge. Being bilingual can make your resume stand out. Many companies prefer employees who can speak more than one language because it helps with international communication.
Right. For example, if you're applying for a job in a global company, speaking English gives you a big advantage.
And it's not just about jobs. Learning English can also help you start a business, study abroad, or even volunteer internationally.
Absolutely. Learning a new language truly opens doors to so many opportunities.
Speaking of opportunities, let's make this interactive. Listeners, take a moment to think. What benefits do you want from learning English? Maybe it's traveling, getting a new job, or meeting new friends.
Got your answer? Try saying it out loud in English. For example, you can say, I want to learn English so I can travel to other countries. Or, I want to learn English to get a better job.
Yes. Practicing like this helps you build confidence. Don't worry if it's not perfect. Just try your best.
Let's recap the key benefits we've discussed so far. Number 1, learning a new language improves your brain power.
Number 2, it helps you understand and appreciate different cultures.
And number 3, it creates more opportunities for your career and personal life.
Those are just a few reasons why learning a language is so powerful. But we're curious. What's your favorite reason? Share it with us on social media or in a message.
Great idea. We'd love to hear from you. All right, let's keep going. Next up, we have a fun short story that highlights these benefits in action.
Stay tuned. You won't want to miss it. Welcome back, everyone. It's time for our fun facts section. Today we're sharing some surprising and entertaining facts about languages and language learning. Alex, do you want to start with the first fun fact?
Of course. Here's one for you. Did you know there are over 7,000 languages in the world? That's right. But unfortunately, many of them are endangered and could disappear in the future.
Wow, 7,000 languages. That's incredible. And here's another fun fact. People who speak more than one language are better at multitasking. This is because their brains are constantly switching between languages, which improves focus and problem-solving skills.
That's so true. Speaking of multitasking, let's talk about some famous multilingual people. Did you know that Natalie Portman, the actress, speaks 5 languages? She can speak English, Hebrew, French, Spanish, and German.
That's impressive. And here's another example. Nelson Mandela, the former president of South Africa, could speak Xhosa, English, Afrikaans, and some Zulu. Knowing multiple languages helped him connect with people across cultures.
Absolutely. And here's a historical figure you might not know about. Cleopatra, the queen of ancient Egypt. She was said to speak up to 9 languages fluently.
Wow, she must have been an amazing communicator. Okay, let's make this interactive with a light quiz. Are you ready, listeners?
Here's the first question. Which language has the most words? English, French, or Chinese? Take a moment to think about it.
All right, here's the answer. It's English. English has the most words, with over 1 million and counting. This is because English borrows words from many other languages.
That's a great point. English is like a big melting pot of words from all over the world. Let's try another question. Which country has the most official languages? Is it South Africa, India, or Switzerland?
The answer is South Africa. South Africa has 11 official languages, including Zulu, Xhosa, Afrikaans, and English. That's a lot of ways to say hello.
That's amazing. And one last fun fact. The longest word in English is 45 letters long. It's pneumono-ultramicroscopic silico-volcanoconiosis, a type of lung disease caused by inhaling very fine silica dust.
Whoa, that's a mouthful. Let's not practice saying that one today, though. All right, listeners, let's recap some of the fun facts we shared today. First, there are over 7,000 languages in the world.
Second, being bilingual can improve multitasking skills.
Third, We talked about famous multilingual people like Natalie Portman and Nelson Mandela.
And finally, English has the most words, and South Africa has the most official languages.
Learning languages is truly fascinating, isn't it? But we're not done yet. Coming up next, we'll practice a dialogue to help you use what you've learned in real life.
Stay tuned and get ready to speak along with us.
Welcome back. Now it's time for our dialogue section. In this part of the episode, Alex and I are going to role-play a conversation about our morning routines. We'll show you how to use everyday phrases and vocabulary in real situations.
That's right. So let's get started. Here's our conversation. Maria, what do you do in the morning?
Well, first I wake up, then I make tea, and after that I check my schedule. What about you?
I usually exercise in the morning and then I listen to a podcast while I get ready for the day.
That sounds nice. How long do you exercise?
Just 30 minutes. I like to do a quick workout to start the day strong.
I wish I had time for exercise in the morning. Maybe I should start waking up earlier.
Yeah, it's a good idea. What time do you usually wake up?
I wake up at 7 a.m., but sometimes I press the snooze button and sleep a little longer.
I think everyone does that. I wake up at 6:30 a.m. I like having some quiet time before the day starts.
Sounds peaceful. Do you have breakfast after you exercise?
Yes, I have a smoothie or some fruit. It gives me energy for the day.
Great! Maybe I should try that too. I usually just drink tea, but I think a smoothie would be a good idea.
Definitely. It's a healthy way to start the morning.
All right, listeners, now it's your turn. Let's go over some key phrases you can use in your own conversations. We'll say them slowly so you can repeat after us.
What do you do in the morning?
I wake up, make tea, and check my schedule.
I exercise and listen to a podcast.
What time do you usually wake up?
I wake up at 6:30 a.m. Great job, everyone! Remember, you can use these phrases to talk about your own routines.
And feel free to mix and match the sentences. For example, instead of saying I wake up at 7 a.m., you can say I wake up at 8 a.m. or whatever works for you.
Exactly. It's all about practicing and making it your own. Now, let's get ready for the practice section, where you'll put these phrases to use.
Don't go anywhere. This is where the fun starts. Welcome to the practice section. This is where we get active and put everything you've learned today into practice. Let's start by repeating some important sentences together.
Exactly. We'll say the sentences slowly and you'll repeat them after us. Ready?
Repeat after me. I wake up at 6 a.m. every day.
Great. Now let's try another one. I have breakfast after I wake up.
Nice job. Here's a question for you to practice. What is your routine? Let's say it slowly together. What is your routine?
Now let's try answering that question. I'll go first. My routine is simple. I wake up early, exercise, and then have breakfast.
Great answer, Alex. Now you try it. Answer the question. What is your routine?
Awesome. Keep practicing your answer and don't worry if it's not perfect yet. Just keep speaking.
Now let's move on to writing. Grab a pen and paper or use your phone and write down your daily routine in English. It can be simple like, I wake up at 7 a.m., I eat lunch at noon, and I go to bed at 10 p.m.
Remember, keep it simple. Write at least 5 sentences about your routine. If you're not sure about a word or phrase, don't worry. Just try your best.
Once you've written your routine, read it out loud to practice speaking. The more you speak, the more confident you'll become.
Now, let's practice asking and answering some questions together. I'll ask you, and you answer aloud. All right?
Here we go. What time do you wake up?
Great. Next question. What do you do after you wake up?
Perfect. Now let's ask, what is your favorite part of your daily routine?
Nice work, everyone. Keep practicing these questions with your friends, family, or even by yourself. The more you practice, the better you'll get.
All right, let's do a quick review. Today we practiced asking about daily routines, repeating sentences, and even writing about our own routines in English.
Yes, and remember, the goal is to practice every day, even if it's just a little. You can always improve.
Great job, everyone. Keep up the hard work. And now, it's time to wrap up with our conclusion. Don't miss it. Welcome to the end of today's episode. We hope you've learned a lot about the benefits of learning a new language and how successful people build routines to stay productive.
That's right, Maria. Just like successful people have daily routines, you can create a routine to help you learn English. Little steps every day can make a big difference.
Exactly. To put it into practice, we encourage you to try one new habit this week. Maybe it's waking up 10 minutes earlier to practice English, or writing down 3 new words each day. Whatever it is, make it a routine.
And we'd love to hear from you. Share your new habit with us. Send us an email or tag us on social media. Let us know how you're staying on track with your English learning.
Yes, we can't wait to hear your ideas. And before we go, let's give you a sneak peek into our next episode.
In the next episode, we'll talk about how to improve your listening skills in English. We'll share tips and activities to help you understand spoken English better.
It's going to be a fun one, so don't miss it. Thank you all for joining us today. We're so proud of your progress.
Remember, learning a language is a journey, and every step counts. Keep hustling. Keep learning.
See you next time.
See you next time.